What's up, everybody? We back out here at Booker's, 1401 South Broadway in Camden, New Jersey. Back in our first cigar event. We're having a great time. It's a nice crowd here. Good people having a good time. You don't get much better than that. And I'm here with my friend Z. Z is a very lovely female who enjoys cigars.
Yes.
And that's why
A
she's
female aficionado.
here. So that's why she's here. She's a very lovely person, but on top of that, she's an aficionado. She loves her cigars. And let me just say that I personally feel, and I don't know how you feel, Gabe, but I like women that smoke cigars. Not in a romantic kind of way, but just I appreciate their boldness. I appreciate a woman in what traditionally might be called a man's world. So that's why I like Z. She has a lot of personality, as you'll see in a minute. But I'm going to introduce the show over to her. The show's about her, and I just want to first ask Z, or Zahira, I should say.
Yes.
But we're going to call her Z.
You can call me Z though.
Okay. So Z, I want to ask you first. How did you get involved with cigars?
You know, it's always a man involved.
Okay. There it is. Okay.
I actually started smoking cigars when I was dating somebody at the time who had a membership at a cigar lounge, and we were in DC, and it was my first time trying it, and I was scared because I'm like, first of all, you only see men doing it, like you said earlier. Most of the time it's men, and it's a little bit intimidating.
Right.
And so he was like, no, just try it. And I started off with a cigarello, which I suggest is actually what I'm smoking right now.
All right.
I suggest most women start off with a cigarello if they've never smoked a cigar before. The tobacco's not as strong normally. It's usually coming in a flavor. You know, women usually like our flavors. It goes nicely with like wine and, you know, some of the softer drinks, not necessarily a cognac, which is what I would like pair, you know, a darker flavored cigar with. But yeah, so that's how I got started. And I never turned back. And that was at least probably 7 years ago.
Around your college years? Or?
Yes. Well, second time, it was for graduate school. I started smoking in graduate school. Yeah. Long time ago now. Oh, wait, that's more than 7 years.
Time flies.
For sure.
Okay.
Now, as far as how about your friends? Was it something that you start bringing your female friends into it, or?
Right.
Yes, at least I tried.
I noticed you travel with a I don't want to say posse, but you travel with a group.
I got a sisterhood.
Of lovely ladies.
Sisterhood. I like that. Sisterhood.
And they all smoke. Well, most of them.
Most of them do. Yeah.
Smoke. So yeah, I think that's cool.
I have a couple friends who don't, just like asthma reasons and things like that. But for the most part, the women who can. Even my sisters, I've gotten them to at least try it. I wouldn't say any of my girlfriends are like into it like that, but they will do it if we're at an event. One of my really good girlfriends, she's my counterpart. She will smoke pretty regularly. But I'll go by myself. So I do have my girlfriends, but I got introduced to it, but I actually liked it personally. I like the way it made me feel. It's very relaxing, particularly after a long week. That was surprising to me. I didn't expect it to be that way. It also enhances, like when you're drinking, you're having time. It's just euphoric a little bit. So I appreciate that about it. And then, you know, I learned it myself, and I figured out what I like to smoke specifically.
Now, you talked about cigarillos. Now, are there any other like types of cigars you like in terms of strength, like in terms of a mild or more Maduro or more robust cigar? Do you have a preference as far as that's concerned?
So I like more of a medium tobacco.
Okay.
I'm not. I haven't crossed over to the strong side just yet, but you know the tobacco makes a difference. So I like a clean smoke, particularly hand rolled. Like I love the one that I had today. This is a handmade. You know, obviously most of them are. They're natural beings. Just the one thing, like you know, it's not like a no shade. People who smoke cigarettes. It's not that feeling. Like it's straight tobacco, and it just brings a different flavor for that. But for as far as what I like, other than that, I actually brought an example here. I have a Java. This is Robusto. You know, that's the most. That's the most common type of cigar for the ladies out there.
Java,
Robusto.
is that the Java mint?
No, this is a Java red.
Okay.
And so I actually have. It's funny you asked that. What do I have here?
All right, she brought a little collection.
Oh,
All right.
And yeah.
Anybody from Java out there? I think you have a representative there.
She is for real. She got a whole case and everything. Yes.
I would say close second Java is the Tatianas. If I'm gonna do a cigarello, I love a good Tatiana.
Yeah, they're good. They're good.
It's just very feminine. It's something. It's petite, but the good thing is, don't be fooled by that. That's the thing I love about cigar smoking is that size doesn't matter in a sense, right? Because
All right.
Guys,
it's the only place.
If your name's Java.
only classy cigars.
The strength of the cigar is determined by the tobacco. Oh, look at that. Okay, cheers.
All right. So see, we're out here. Like I said, we're out here in Camden tonight. We're having a good time. We got the jazz
For
flowing.
sure.
Everybody's around having a good time.
Beautiful event.
What made you come out tonight? And what do you think about this? Do you like this event?
Well, first of all, being a fan of the show, obviously.
Okay.
You know,
Thank you.
I'm gonna just I had asked to be on here, you know. Just I appreciate you inviting me, you know. But just my respect for both of you. You know, this is family right here.
Yes.
And it's just amazing. Like we get to be around people who are just chill and are just here to have a good time. And you guys, just a testament to how much people care about you because everybody showed up for you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. You know, and one of the things that actually draws me into cigar smoking is the kind of like the fellowship, the networking, and as far as getting to know people from different backgrounds, and they have that in common.
Right.
For sure.
So when you first started smoking, you said when you met your friend. Now, what made you grow into, like you said, obviously you expanded your expertise, and like what drew you into looking at it more in depth with different flavors and different companies and things like that?
It's like wine, right? Like people who drink wine. There's people who just drink wine and there's people who love wine, right? So I feel like anything that I want to do, I want to learn about it. I want to know why it is. Like I'm not just gonna, not for better or just, do something like this and not understand what goes behind it. And what I like. I'm a person who knows what I like. So I'm gonna do some history, I'm gonna learn about things, I'm gonna see, which rappers for me, like, those kind of things and experiment with different things. So to me, in anything you do, you shouldn't just do it like carelessly. You should know what you like. Same thing with drinking wine. Are you a cabaret person? Are you a Cabernet person? Are you a Moscato person? Are you and people know the difference, right?
Absolutely.
You go into spaces.
Absolutely.
There's people who drink wine, there's people who know wine, there's people who smoke cigars casually, and then there's people who actually respect the craft that goes into
definitely.
cigars.
Right.
And I have to admit, like we've been to social events with Z plenty of times, and I think it was at awe and impressed, and it was just different when I saw you, smoking a cigar, because like I said, it's just something that is not common. Although I must say, I do see it more common now than let's say I did 3 years ago or 4 years ago. So, do you feel it's something that's is it more so that it's trending, or do you think it's more so that now it's more normalized, where now you may have females who always liked smoking a cigar and just kind of felt, well, it's not ladylike, but now it's more common to do it. So now so now you see more women smoking cigars.
I think it's both, and you have to remember, like, cigar smoking used to just be a man's thing. Like there used to be clubs that were just for men, and I think that the cigar community has done a better job of making it more diverse. Like I've seen cigar clubs, cigar lounges that actually have women who smoke cigars events. Like and the reality is, if you bring women into a space, you can bring the men. So it's really a good marketing tool too, right? Like women who like to smoke, it's either because it's a personal choice of them. Sometimes people are coming out to meet people.
Yeah.
Like I think it's a really good. Why you stay is your own reason, right? But what you come out for is a myriad of reasons. But I think women are just getting into more spaces that we weren't in before. Period. And cigar smoking just happens to be one of those.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So Z, we're here with Z. Like I said, this is the Simple Smokes first cigar event. We're having an awesome time. We're going to get back into it. We're going to get out there and party. But you guys, we're going to wrap this episode up for right now. So stay tuned. And maybe I can say before we go.
I just want to say thank you, and I'm sure we're going to have you again, because like I said, it's a different perspective, and I think it's something that needs to be put out there as far as just sharing that experience and that fellowship, and I definitely appreciate you coming and sharing with us.
Sure, I appreciate being invited.
All right.
I'll come back whenever.
All right, so with
that,
I got y'all.
All right. Yeah. All right. So with that one, all right, well, we're out. We're gonna enjoy. You enjoy yours. Gabe, D, and Z.
And Z.
We out.
Peace out, everybody.
Bye.